Hello everyone, it has taken me a while to get around to making this one. I have 10 artists who have been making records both as a member of the band and as solo artist. And I have divided these into two categories. One is that I don't know, do I prefer either one, the band or the solo, and one where I definitely prefer solo material. So let's start those with the where I don't really know where I stand with them. And first one is Rory Gallagher. His legacy with Taste was kind of short-lived, only made 2 albums and 1 live album. This is a later expanded release of Live at the Isle of Wight. Both are really good. Basically, I could say that I prefer solo because he has made so many more albums as solo artist than he did as with Taste. But because I really like Taste, it's kind of wrong to say that I prefer him as solo artist. Okay, second one, Eric Clapton. Eric Clapton did really good stuff with the bands he was member as. Yardbirds, his album with John Mayall, Cream, Blind Faith, Delaney, Bonnie and Friends, and especially Derek and Dominos. So he made really good stuff as member of bands, but he has also made really good stuff as a solo artist. So I don't really know which one I prefer. Obviously, I can say that as solo artist he has made more misses than as a member of bands, but then he has been solo artist a lot longer than what he ever was as a member of a band. Okay, then Gary Moore only made 1 album as a member of Thin Lizzy. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant album. But he has also made brilliant stuff as a solo artist. So kind of hard to say which one I prefer. But yeah, made great stuff as both. Okay, next 2 are really difficult to call. Rolling Stones, Bill Wyman. Obviously, I love Rolling Stones, so Bill Wyman made a lot of great stuff with Rolling Stones. But his solo stuff with Bill Wyman's Rhythm Kings, this one, Anyway the Wind Blows, for example, these are really excellent stuff. I really love this stuff. This is like very easy rolling, like old-time blues, old-time jazz, good time music, just really excellent, but really different to Rolling Stones. So yeah, I don't know, do I prefer either one? Really difficult to call. Okay, another one similar is Jefferson Airplane's Jorma Kaukonen. He made several good albums with Jefferson Airplane, which I really do like, but basically I still prefer him when he did Hot Tuna. This is not their best album. I don't have all of the Hot Tuna's albums. I have maybe about half. No, I think I have less than half. So in that way, it's kind of wrong to compare these 2. But there's also his solo stuff. He hasn't made many albums as a solo artist, but these I have 3 albums, and this one and one of the other ones especially, excellent, really good stuff. This is like bluegrass, just absolutely brilliant album, Blue Country Heart. So basically, I could say that he actually made his best stuff outside of Jefferson Airplane, but still by numbers I prefer him as a member of Jefferson Airplane. Okay, let's move on to the artist that I prefer as solo artist. And first one comes from The Byrds. I've never been really a big fan of The Byrds, so it's no surprise that I prefer Gene Clark as a solo artist. He has made several great albums as a solo artist. So clearly I prefer Gene Clark as a solo artist. Okay, next one, Sting from the Police. Police only made 5 albums, and 3 of these albums I actually really do like. 2 of these are like, yeah, okay, I do like them, but they are not on a par with the other 3 albums. And his solo stuff, I think, is much better. I think this is much more mature stuff, much better songwriting. I prefer his solo stuff, especially from the first about 10 years up until '93. He made a lot of great albums. Well, actually not that many. He made 1, 2, 3, 4 studio albums and 1 live album. So not that many as a solo artist either. Okay, next one, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne period. There's a few Black Sabbath albums with Ozzy that I do like, but I actually prefer Ozzy as a solo artist. I clearly prefer his solo albums. Again, I don't have maybe about half of his solo albums, but yeah, I clearly prefer those. But like, these next 2 are like the most most obvious examples for me. Fairport Convention, Sandy Denny. I like Sandy Denny is much better than what she was with Fairport Convention. There's absolutely no question about it. I prefer her as a solo artist. Her solo stuff is like hundreds of times better than what Fairport Convention did. Love her solo stuff. And the final one where I obviously like clearly prefer solo, Runaways, Joan Jett. Majority of the Runaways, it's okay at best. There's like 1 studio album and 1 live album that I really think are good one. But like this one, this is an okay album at best. But as solo albums, solo artist Joan Jett did much better stuff. Like every album that I have heard from Joan Jett, every album is better than any of the Runaways albums. So yeah, I much prefer Joan Jett as a solo artist. Okay, that's it for this time. Hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.